we're looking forward to working with and for the science team, and we're just excited to be so close to finally accomplishing what we've been training for so many years. And also, we want to say thank you for that really special message from Jim Lovell. We have a pretty neat emblem up here. We have a patch that was flown on the Apollo 8 mission. And that patch is here on the Artemis II mission as well. And that was sent to us by the Lovell family, by Jim Lovell's son. And so that was a really special way to start the day. And he said to welcome us to the neighborhood, and it's great to be in this neighborhood, and we look forward to sharing this neighborhood with you all.
We can't wait. We see the patch, and it's looking beautiful. Thank you.
When this showed up in our office from his family, we were completely honored, and the Earth Prize, which this crew is responsible for taking that photo, has been instrumental both to our crew as our ethos and values, but also just personally to myself. I had the photo up in my room as a kid, and it was part of what inspired me to keep working hard to achieve things I dreamed about. Also, we took a deep dive into the cockpit recordings around the time that picture was taken, and it turns out there was a lot of hubbub, kind of, I wouldn't say fighting over cameras, but definitely everyone wanted to capture the shot, so we're happy to carry on that legacy because we often are all glued to windows and looking for cameras too.
And I'll just close. I know it looks like a piece of paper in the camera there, but that is actually the original Apollo 8 patch printed on silk that they had done before they launched, and they flew that with them on their journey around the moon, and then the family handed it over to us, as I said, and it's just a real honor to have that on board with us. Let's go have a great day.
We are all on board with what you told us, and to have a great day. Thank you, Integrity.
This view in the cabin, you can see the crew members are already using their cameras, getting set up, and they have dimmed the cabin lights to allow them better visibility outside of the windows and fewer reflections. Now, 28 minutes until they become the humans to travel farthest from our planet.
Houston Integrity, we are ready for the conference on your call.
Houston is ready for the conference, passing you over to Science.
Good morning, crew. This is Science. We couldn't be more excited for a full day of lunar and planetary observations today, the first one in over 54 years. How do you hear me?
We hear you loud and clear, and Kelsey, you just got to know you're pulling us away from the moon right now, so let's go.
Message received. I will keep it tight here. I did just want to start with a thank you on behalf of the Lunar Science team and the entire lunar and planetary science community, of which you are absolutely a part, for what you've already done in this mission and what you're going to do today to inspire the next generation of scientists. I have to say Moon Joy is the new term that's already become our team's new motto, so thanks for that. In this conference, we'll cover hardware and config reminders, and then I'll just briefly, as you said, cover today's science plan. I'm assuming you already have your LTPs up. Confirm that, and I'll jump quickly into the cabin config reminders.
Okay, we have the LTP up just to give you a sit rep on board. You've got Reed and Christina on one PCD, and Ike has his own, and Jeremy has his own.
Copy that. That was going to be one of my questions for you, and I'll ask a question back. Is that the config that you and Christina plan to carry throughout the day for PCD use?
Negative, Kelsey. Our plan for PCD use is we have run the power cables to Windows 2 and 3, and we are going to leave one PCD, the yellow PCD will be in window 2, and the green PCD will be in window 3, and we will do that the whole day, and then the red PCD will be a rover.
Understood. Super helpful. Recommend when you guys switch in and out of PCDs to add your initials to your OneNote annotations. just so we can keep track of whose is who. And then given that you have 3 PCDs instead of 4, for the data transfer at the end of the day, recommend making a new subdirectory entitled For Science for your own photos, or with your initials, that we can keep track of which pictures came from which flashcards.
This view.
So, Kelsey, I just want to here's what we're doing. We have community cards in all cameras on board, and then when each astronaut approaches their camera, the intent is they will put their card into that camera for photos and then put the community card back in at the end of the session. But just know it is harder to manage cards than we thought, and we don't want to miss science, so it might end up a bit more disorganized.
Understood. Thanks for that essay. Just read the flashcard numbers down when you get a chance, and we'll follow your lead on the best thing to do operationally during the flyby. With that, I'll move on to windows. So the window characterization DFTO you guys did a few days ago confirmed that window 2 is ideal for imaging, so no change to config of photographer in window 2, observer in window 3, and science sit reps in window 1. Coming up on a handover. Feedback.
Hang on, Kelsey. The way we have it configured, tell us if this is going to be wrong. Window 2 is the long lens with a shroud. Window.
As you heard, science officer called to the crew. We are now in a handover time period. We will regain communications with the crew very shortly. These are tracked. And we are currently on the Deep Space Network. This is the first time humans have used the Deep Space Network in over 50 years, given that we currently use the tracking data relay satellite systems in for the International Space Station. Again, we are just about 22 minutes until we reach the Apollo record. We are in a handover of satellites with the crew aboard Orion.
T-shirt shroud for the Z9 and solar, and then window 3 will be for visual observations, and window 4 is for floater.
And thanks, Integrity, for that. Reed, we had a handover during that time, so I'm going to have to ask you to give that read back on window orientation for the crew again.
Okay, we are happy to change it, but the way we have it configured right now is window 1 has a T-shirt shroud for the Z9 for solar. Window 2 has the shroud for the long lens for both lunar and solar. Window 3 is for visual observations. Window 4 is for floater. And then the docking hatch window has had a great view, so we've done a lot of mapping through that as well.
All right, copy all, Reed. A note just on the window 1 T-shirt shroud that you can remove that for the lunar observation block if you want to, if you want that extra view for another floater, but defer to you guys on that. You are go to use the full 400 millimeter zoom on the long lens, but where possible, try to keep the end of the lens flush with the window to prevent imaging through the multiple window panes at an angle. And if you have to take an image at an angle, recommend you limit the max focal length to 200 millimeters or simply acquire the images at multiple focal lengths. Last imaging update as a result of the DFTO is that if you can take the images out of the left side of window 2 where possible, that is the best half the window. Understand that might not be possible with the shroud. Any other imaging questions from you?
And Kelsey, hey, when you're talking window 2 left and right side, just can you say towards window 1 or towards window 3, and then we'll know that we are talking the same language?
Absolutely. So I mean that the side of window 2 closest to window 3 is preferred for imaging.
window 2 closest to window 3 is preferred for recording. Stand by, we'll talk to the crew.
Again, we are in our pre-Lunar Flyby Science Conference with Kelsey Young. Kelsey Young is the Artemis Science Flight Operations Lead, speaking with the crew aboard Orion. They've been training for this moment for years, and this is their last opportunity to get some further pointers and information.
Kelsey, for the T-shirt shroud, what window does the science team think will have the best view? Is it window 1 or window 4?
The only time we're strongly recommending use of the window shroud.
Eclipse. The T-shirt window shroud for the eclipse viewing. Which window is primary for Z9?
Window 1.
Okay, awesome. So we have got that all set up. And just to be 100% sure, window 1 is the most port window by the food warmer. Window 2 is right in front of seat 1. Window 3 is right in front of seat 2. And window 4 is on the starboard side by the side hatch. Do you agree with all that?
We agree on the ground. Good readback.
Okay, that's awesome. Kelsey, we're going to close with happy words. It's just incredible. I wish you were up here to see all the smiling faces, to hear all these terminologies being thrown around, and we are just fired up to get started on this day. Let me pass the mic around if anybody has anything to add.
Kelsey, it's so great to hear your voice on the loops. I just want to channel everything that you guys are probably feeling right through my eyes and heart. It is awesome to see the side of the moon. You guys made us excited for this day, and we couldn't appreciate it anymore. And we are ready to hopefully deliver on all the awesome training you guys have provided.
I'll just add, Kelsey, it is blowing my mind what you can see with the naked eye on the moon right now. It's just unbelievable.
Kelsey, and to the whole Lunar Science team, all of you, all the work you put into this, we're just grateful. Can't wait to get going. And thank you for the tipper, for Carol Crater, and for Integrity. We can see them, and we've imaged them, and can even see with the naked eye. Quite impressive. Thank you so much.
Beautiful words, you guys. Thanks so much. And I got video of the science team right now, and they are all absolutely buzzing. Looking forward to today.
Okay, we're heading into the timeline.